Oh, yeah. On In the Case Geek Culture today, we have Colonel Roy Mustang from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood Figzero by Threezero. I've been waiting on this one for quite a while. Pre-ordered it the day that it was up for pre-order, and they just now shipped it. I never have done a pre-order for these through Big Bad before, but I just decided to give it a try because normally I just use Threezero. But I was like, well, let's just see what happens. And I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else review one of these yet, so I don't know if they beat the shipping from Japan, which would be weird, or if I'm just not seeing shit. So anyway, let's talk about this bad boy and get him with his buddies that we have and have reviewed already with Edward and Alphonse. That is one sexy box. Like, if it looks like this promo picture right here, I'm going to be super stoked. But here's the front of it. Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm not a rapper. Brotherhood. Which, honestly, the animation, they look very similar to the original. I loved the original version of Fullmetal Alchemist as well. And the movie Conquerors of Shambhala. So whenever Brotherhood came out and it was like closer to the manga, I mean, I was happy, but I also like the idea of having a separate universe with anime versus manga because, you know, like Dragon Ball and everything else, you have a lot of separate stuff, and it's cool. But here's the side of the box. He's got his Zippo with his gloves, with his Alchemist circle on there for fire. It's pretty sweet. Back of it, you know, of course, the showing. Look at the homunculus. Wasn't that Envy? Hot dog, I was right. Envy, because he burnt the shit out of Envy and melted them down to this. That is exciting. That is cool. How cool is that? And then you can put his little stupid shriveled up self right by the humanoid form. And then there's the side. Let's pop this thing open here and reveal the window. Ready? 1, 2. Oh. The Alchemist Circle, just like with Ed now. And, I mean, you can't really see shit, but at least it looks pretty alright. Look at that flame effect. Man, let's pop this boy open and check him out. There's the obligatory plastic shot with instructions. I may actually read them for once. Now, it may be stupid, but I don't remember them putting plastic on all their figures before. That's interesting. So heads up on that. I'm pretty positive they never did that. I know they had like joint protection, kind of like a SH Figure Arts. But yeah, interesting. Okay, well, there I have him out of the box. This it's pretty good on accessories and stuff. The figure and the clothes and everything else, already fantastic. The face sculpts are really nice. Maybe could have made his neck a little bit longer, but, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, that one looks even better. This one's kind of frumpy looking, but these ones definitely look like Colonel Mustang a lot. Look at the gloves. But he comes with 3 faces. He's got face with the hair, that type of hair to that side. Then he has the action hair with the grimace, and then the I'm fighting Envy face. Speaking of Envy, there's Turd Envy. That's fun. That's a fun little Envy. His Zippo for whenever his gloves were removed and he didn't have the sparks anymore. And he used his tattooed circle with his regular hand there. Look how cool that is. He's got his fire effect, wrist pegs, his pointer fingers for after he snaps. You know, I can't snap worth this shit. And then his snap fingers with his gloves. That is one sweet, sweet figure. I don't know how they're going to top this one. I thought that the Ed and Al were awesome, but man, that is a lot of tailoring, and it looks fantastic. This is going to look great next to them. I can't wait to get this in the case, guys. So let's do some weird movements, even though we're not really going to move them that much because it's 3-0. But we'll get them into something. Today's background feature, Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap video single, Turtles 2 Vanilla Ice. How radical is that? I saw this on another TikToker's video, and honestly, I didn't know they released this single like this. So, and being a Ninja Turtles fan, you'd be like, how do you not know this? Yeah, that's because I'm an idiot. But I did. I went on eBay, purchased it. I think it was only like 14 bucks, man. They had some sealed ones for like 60, but that's for crazy people. But yeah, look at that. VHS tape, kids. You put it in and it spins it, and a magnetic strip makes images appear. Woo! Magic! But anyways, back to Colonel Mustang here. Let's move his stuff out of the way here. We'll go ahead and move it. Squeeze me? Applesauce. So, we'll start down here at the boots. This may be the only thing that I may say that I'm not happy about. If you see here, you don't see an obvious joint. Like most boots, they'll have a separation here. This is one solid piece. And if you look, there's stress folds, right? So as you move them, it's kind of like Hot Toys is doing with Venoms and things like that. They're using that softer rubber in these joints to make them seamless. I'm not a fan of it on that. If you watch my review, I've talked about that. And I'm not a fan of it on this, to be honest with you, because I feel like this is just going to, the more you move it, it's going to turn white. Right? See? It's already starting to get that different color. And it also crimps. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. And then his pants are tucked in like normal. He's got great looking pants. Great tailor. His skirt back here, fantastic. It's not, I don't think it's wired. Nope, it's not wired. But it's stiff and starched material. His jacket, yeah, you can pull this apart if you wanted to. You can take it off of him if you wanted to. I'm not going to. But he has his undershirt underneath here. Maybe you can't take it off. No, it's sewn all the way down. I take that back. Usually Threezero you can. You got his ranking badges here. You got his rope. It's pretty cool. His stars. And his little lapel pins. That is a sweet figure. Look at him. I'm not really a big fan of this face, to be honest with you. It's too frumpy. I do kind of like the hair. But let's see here. His legs up. He's going to be hindered by his clothes and his ass cheeks back here. He can't go back that far. He's got his normal. This is a double jointed knee. So he could be leaping. Snippety snap. He has ab crunch. Single spot right there. He's got his normal Threezero shoulders. Goes up that far. Double jointed. Just in time for the dab. Is that still cool anymore? I don't know, kids. You got the neck. Double pegs for that. Top peg, bottom peg. So, that looks good. Put that down. So you can look down about that far. You can look up really well. Take note of this, SH Figure Arts, you pieces of shit. He stands pretty well. Boop. There you go. Then you have to try. Let's pop this head off and see what his other one looks like on him. Plastic. Okay, let's get him on there. See, so, how's he looks, see how his head being up just a little bit higher makes a difference? Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Now it's back down. See, that's more like Roy Mustang. I like that hair. He's like, let's pop this off. And, oh, you son of a bitch. Let's get a good snappy snap on there. So now I've been meaning to ask, like, do you guys like it whenever I do this right here, where I'm like breaking them down and going through all this, or you just like me showing you the things and going, ooh, ah, and then being done? I'm just kind of curious. Get some fire. I bet there's an instruction on how to put this on there. Is there? Let's go to the book. In a minute. I don't feel like dealing with it right now, but snappy fingers. Face comes off like normal. It's always spooky, you know, whenever you're faceless. Boom. Now that is a Colonel Mustang right there. Burn, baby. How cool is that? Well, I'm going to look on how to put the fire on. I'll show you, and then we will pose him up and get him in the case. So apparently, it just has this one slot right there. Depending on which hand is which direction it'll be up. So this side is this way. And then if it goes on the other hand, flip it. It goes on that way. Of course, I have it on the wrong hand, but you know, whatever. We'll get to posing now. So who's here just taking out Scar's people? Whoopsie. It's a pretty cool little pose. You know, he's getting ready to fire. He's pointing at the guy while he's running. You stop. It's pretty cool. This is a cool figure. I meant to also point out that it is wired. I was wrong. Down on the bottom, you can wire. You can float his skirt out if you want to. Pretty cool. Like, who doesn't love it whenever he burns Envy to pieces? You know, it's probably my favorite part of the whole thing. It established him as just a total rad badass in my book. He's like what I would think that they did Levi based off of, like from Attack on Titan, just like that. Enigmatic, just a natural badass, and he doesn't quit, and he's gonna make sure they fucking win. This dude is awesome. So I think that I'm done with posing. It's gonna be tough to figure out which one I want to do now. I really like this stance and this face. I like the lighter, but also like his freaking fire effect on his. I guess maybe we could put it on the lighter, but I like his gloves too, because that's such an integral part of him. We'll probably do gloves. I'm going to be honest with you. We'll do gloves. I mean, why choose when you can have the two? Now I just got to figure out what to do with Envy. I don't know, guys. If you want to give me some tips, shoot them down in the comments. Maybe we'll do like a poll. And then I'll pose him like that. Well, anyway, let's get him into the case. There he is in the case, right next to Ed and Alphonse. That looks perfect. I mean, I like the double hands, to be honest with you, but what do you guys think? We need to figure out what to do with a little Envy here. Like, put him on his shoulder or something, maybe? I don't know. I need to clean this shelf. But, you know, like I have him holding the bear and the panda on his shoulder, so who knows? I may just put the glove on another hand and go ahead and put the fire and not worry about the lighter and have Envy in his hand. Haven't decided yet, guys. Comment here, and I might just throw a poll up real quick. So, anyways, have a good night. Thank you, and please like and follow and share, guys. I would appreciate it.
Like and follow.